Welcome back to another Lumber 37 production, and today we're back on Plants vs. Zombies. It's been a very long time, but I've heard rumors that there's a pea shooter with 3 mouths, and I want to see, what she can do. And I don't want to hear, oh, it's a he. That's not a he, because I said so. Here's the thing, right? With there being so much variance in, that world of, genders and stuff, I'm just picking nowadays. If I see a dude out in public that I think's hot, that's a girl to me because I want it to be a girl. It's been a long time, so I'm probably pretty ass. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably terrible. But we're gonna give it our all. I got a lot of great things to talk about today, and we're gonna start off with gambling. Now, it's a contentious topic. I know people are either against it or super for it. Realistically, gambling has better odds than chasing your dreams. Okay, and you gotta hear me out on this because that sounds crazy. Gambling has way better odds than chasing your dreams. Because what are the chances you become like a professional artist or you become a YouTuber or whatever? Pretty slim. But gambling, that's a 50% shot, baby. That's what the casinos don't want you to know. They don't want you to come there and break out of your cursed poorness. They're hiding the truth from you, dude. It's so blatant right in your face. It's a 50% chance that you hit red. You know, it's not a 50% chance becoming an actor. I'll tell you that. That's pretty damn slim chances. Most likely, it's not going to happen. Realistically, gambling is way more realistic. It has way better odds. It's a 50-50 shot, dude. Any of these jobs that you're going to college for, you're probably not going to make it, dude. And what is the percentage of people who go to college for something and switch their major, or they get their degree and then they just never use their degree? You're better off taking all that goddamn money your parents give you when you're 18. They're like, oh, go to college, dude. Hold on, I'm about to fight. Oh my God, that was disgusting. Ugh. God damn, hopefully smell-o-vision's not on. I wouldn't want you guys to get a fucking whiff of that. That was disgusting. Ugh. God, that derailed my whole, ugh. I can't believe I did that. God, I'm ashamed of myself, dude. Because, you guys want me to do that. I only did that because I felt pressured into it because you guys have been asking for me to fart. That's disgusting. But yeah, dude, gambling is a way better option than going to college because gambling is a 50-50 shot. College is like a 10% shot at best. You know how many people are graduating and then they go to apply for jobs in their field just to be told that they need 30 years of experience and they'll pretty much never get hired because they can never get the experience? Gambling is easy as putting your money on a table and you have a 50-50 shot of securing generational wealth for your family. And all it takes is about $20,000 down on roulette. You guys are overthinking this whole career shit. Go gamble. Gamble, gamble, gamble. Damn, dude, I'm tired of seeing people fuck up their lives by doing all this stupid stuff. Go gamble. But still, where's the triple P shooter? I thought that was a thing. I want to see what that mouth can do. What can that mouth do, though? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, dude? You know what I mean? I always had crushes on, the surfer stereotype in movie shows. You know, they got that long blonde hair and they're just handsome beyond belief because, they're like Chads of the ocean, right? It's probably how Percy Jackson's mom felt when Poseidon showed up, dude. People always ask me, man, what's your favorite book, bro? You know, you're so smart. Believe it or not, people think I'm intelligent. People think I'm a genius. And they always say, what's your favorite book, man? What are you reading? You reading some Socrates? You reading some Aristotle? What are you reading on, man? You're so smart. And I look at him and go, Percy Jackson. Realistically, that's my favorite book. It's the last book I've really read, dude. I don't read books. I don't know why people think I read books. I don't do that shit. That's below me. I watch the film interpretations and then people on Twitter are like, this is nothing like the book. I'm not reading a fucking book. I don't care how good it is. It's too hard, dude. It's like brain fucking tedious. I'm not reading a book. Quit telling me to read a book. I don't care how much better the goddamn novel adaptation is. Fuck you, dude. I'm not reading a book. Stop it. Leave me alone. No! I didn't mean to do it! Oh my God! No, we're restarting the goddamn level, dude. That was fucking ridiculous. That's because I started thinking about reading books and my brain was like, nope, nope, nope. Shut down. Stop. Stop it right now. Because books are bad for your brain, dude. Think about it. When have you ever felt good after reading a book? You always felt like shit because then as soon as you get done with the book, you got to write an essay on it or something. Books suck. Books are like goy-rays. They're essentially mobile goy-rays. You know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, if these stupid goyim will start reading a book, they'll do anything. They'll eat the Cheerios. They'll get a 50-year house loan so they can save $100 a month, but have 20 more years of debt. Those 50-year house loans, those terrible loans in general, those auto loans, those are all targeted towards people who read books, bro. That's a lie, not the bad car loans. I don't think a single person with a Dodge Charger has ever read a book. The people who are buying Hellcats and Scat Packs and whatever the fuck they're called, I don't know. I'm not familiar because I drive economical vehicles. I don't think the demographic buying those cars has ever read a book. Let's be honest here, and I'm not even trying to make a statement here like I don't know. I'm not going to say the word, but I'm not trying to be offensive there. That's just truth, bruh. Let's be honest here. Do you think Deshaun's ever read a book? Okay, and once again, I'm not trying to do nothing there, but like, dude, I'll tell you what, I'm not taking out a 30-year loan to buy a Dodge Charger. But yeah, books are like the ultimate goy test. It's like, okay, this dude's stupid as fuck. He read a book. Yeah, we'll stop talking about books so I can... Dude, I'm getting a goddamn headache coming in. I hate talking about books, bro. Literally hate books so much, dude. Like, I can't stand reading. That shit ain't cool, dude. I saw a video today on my Instagram feed of some dude. He looked to be in his, like, mid to late 20s, and he was wearing a Chuck E. Cheese costume. Bro, how the fuck are you 25 and working at Chuck E. Cheese, dude? I'm chuckling at your lack of cheese. Say I bring my kid in there, and they take off the goddamn suit, and I see it in the back, like kind of how in the new FNAF movie they sneak into the back. Maybe I'll sneak into the back at Chuck E. Cheese. Because I'm looking for Freddy. I'm not gonna let Freddy take my fucking kid! I'm not gonna let that shit happen like how they let it happen to the one girl. That's not cool, bro. Watch after your kid, dude. You knew that the Five Nights at Freddy's place had a bit of a bad reputation. Kids disappear in there and shit, and people keep going. It's your fault. My kid wouldn't even end up in goddamn the pizzeria. Because I know better. I'm not gonna let my kid be eaten. Yeah, so like, say somehow I see the person that's, you know, wearing this suit for my kid's birthday party, and it's like a 25-year-old man. Nah, bro. I'm turning around. My kid gonna get fucking William Aftoned. I'm not gonna take you serious if we start talking to each other, and I'm like, yeah, man, I do like, you know, comedy stuff. You know, that's what I'm into. And then you go, I'm a multi-level marketing producer at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck does that mean? He's like, oh, I wear the suit. I'm gonna just start laughing at you, bro. That's not a job really anybody should have. I feel like it'd be pretty good for furries, though. But, like, other than that, it's just not a job that you want, bro. Your lack of funds is going to become very evident when you go out to dinner with a bitch and, like, oh, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese because you're trying to save a little bit of money because you ain't got any, so you can use, like, your little discount. And then the next date, she's like, oh, that was so fun last time, but, like, where are we going to go on this real date? And you look at her in the eyes and go, Chuck E. Cheese. Your lack of funds is going to become pretty goddamn evident. She's not going to be fucking with you much longer, dude. Seriously, if you're a grown man working at Chuck E. Cheese, you got to quit, dude. You got to quit and you got to do something else, bro. Go gamble! Go gamble right now! If you work at a bum-ass job, quit your job right now. Make sure you got a full week's paycheck first, though. Take that paycheck and go gamble that shit, dude. You will flip your funds so quick. Like, it's hard to lose at the casino. It's a 50-50 shot. I don't feel like you guys are listening, man. It is impossible to lose at the casino. Go gamble now. All of you, quit watching this shit right now. Go gamble. Speaking of that, I gotta get some money to gamble with, so we got an ad today, boys. Go ahead and run the ad. This video has been brought to you by our friends over at Jewish Drip. Go to jdrip.com for all of your Israeli essentials. And it feels great to be sponsored by a brand that I can truly vouch for. I mean, I've been wearing this stuff for years. I was not paid to say that. Let me show you some of the great things they sell. They got the Jewish sambas, dude. I'm telling you right now, I'm the most popular guy at the synagogue when I show up with these. That's all I'm saying. And they even got 2 colorways, so you can always show off your pride regardless of what you're doing. These are going to be more for like a BlackRock meeting where you're talking about the New World Order and stuff like that. And these are more for when you're bored and then maybe you decide to go skating on stolen land or something. They got options, boys. And then you come down to an even better hoodie selection. If you show up to a bar mitzvah in one of these, it's going to rock and shock like an explosion on the Gaza Strip. I mean, these are just beautiful hoodies. Check this out, boys. And then we get to a personal favorite of mine, the Air Shaloms. Okay, let's get a closer look at these bad boys. I've been wearing these since I was a kid. Thank you to our friends over at Jewish Drip for sponsoring this video. Once again, go to jdrip.com for all of your essentials. Now back to the video, guys. So yeah, I'm very happy to be working with that company. It's really a dream. I really have been wearing their products for years. It feels great to finally get a sponsorship, and for it to be a company that I actually personally, buy a lot of products from. That's great, dude. Oh, baby! You gotta be shitting me. I was just talking about you. I want to see what those mouths can do. Okay? Because, I got a couple buddies. And let's just say, we want to fuck you. That's really all I want to say here. Imagine this thing in one of them Russian... I don't know if you guys have ever been on the one site that's orange and black. But in the recommended, it used to always be these Russian places where these women would work. And they would kind of be considered like you could go up and, do whatever you want. So imagine this in one of them Russian glory places that talks about like Russian pride and stuff. You see what I'm saying here? I got to bounce around that. But imagine this thing in a bathroom stall next to you, and you go in there expecting one hole, and then there's three, dude. What are you going to do at that point? What are you going to do? You got to bring some friends. Anyways, I was just talking about you, baby girl. And that's a girl because, once again, I'm just going to assume you're a girl if you're hot to me, because I wouldn't want to be gay. While we're talking about that, I was about to join a gang. Banging out my ops sounded great until I found out it meant shooting them. Dude, I thought it meant fucking them. I don't want to murder anybody. I don't think I'm built for that, dude. But why is that such a constant within like gang culture? Dude, imagine getting in a car with your homeboy and he's like the toughest dude in the whole city, dude. But then he goes, we caught Lil Rello from down the street, and we all gonna take turns on him tonight. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean we're taking, like, what? We're, like, putting hands on him? And they're like, no. We're fucking him, dude. What? How can you claim to be a gangster? You're nothing but a gangster. I swear to God, these people that claim to be super tough always end up to be doing the zestiest shit. Like in prison, there will be people who get phones, and then they start recording for Instagram. And then they're like showing off their gang of white boys. And like one of them's like, yeah, I'm here for entertainment. And then like he's holding like a bottle of lotion and tissues. Bro, what are you going to do when your homeboys see that out in the real world? Or I guess it doesn't matter, dude. Because all they talk about is, oh, dude, I got a video of me cracking the hardest dude in the city, bro. Wait till this drops. Why do you got that, dude? Genuinely, why do you got that? There's no reason for you to have that. That's not, like, cool, man. That's not street cred. God damn, that's grinder cred. The people who portray themselves as the toughest people in this world always end up being the fruitiest, man. And it's not a problem, but it's like they're dealing with the fact that they're in the closet by becoming a gang member. It makes no sense. Dude, just be yourself, bro. It's all right, dude. It's 2026, dude. You don't have to, like, play a character anymore, dude. It's not because you want to control the block why you caught one of your ops and now you got a video of you busting in them. That's not why you have that. That's because you want to do that shit, dude. Also, here's an elite play, dude. If you're into that and you're one of those people that's like, oh man, I would love prison, you know? Because, you know, you're maybe you like dudes. Dude, just become a gangster and then get hella ops. As long as you don't get a dude like King Von, they most likely ain't gonna off you, bro. They're gonna get off in you, bro. That seems to be all they do. I feel like anything that comes out nowadays about gangs is just that. Their PR team's got to do something about that, because the amount of gang-related media I get that's just straight up softcore, they almost start to sound like a gay romance novel. That's what these stories are starting to sound like, dude, when they're supposed to sound like cool as shit. Like, did you watch The Sopranos? That's like what you guys should sound like. It should be like, yeah, we caught a buster downtown and we had to put him down because he was selling on our block. Not, oh, we caught a buster downtown and we had our way with them and we took a video of it and we're gonna show everybody to show how cool we are. That's not cool. That's not cool, dude. How do I kill him? How do I get rid of him? Is he just guaranteed to come take a plant now? I haven't played this shit in forever. I thought we were farther than this, to be honest. I thought we already had the triple P shooter. I'm surprised Oh, that was stupid. That was a terrible decision. What am I doing? That was a terrible, 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 disgusting decision by me. That was stupid as fuck. And then I go ahead and put down a sunflower where, oh my god, what am I doing? I am stupid as fuck. Why would I ever think that would work? Oh my god, and I cannot contest this dude, bro. Whatever, they can have that shit, I guess. We need to focus on... Oh my god! 2 of them! Are you shitting me right now? Oh, great, that doesn't kill both of them. Yeah, fuck me! I'll just restart the game, I guess, dude. Anyways, do you guys call it Wiimote or Wii Remote? I feel like I've lived my whole life in a lie. I always thought it was Wiimote, but everybody's like, no, dude, we say Wii Remote. Why wouldn't you say Wiimote? Isn't Wiimote, like, awesome, though? Why say 3 syllables instead of 2? I feel like Wiimote just makes sense instead of Wii Remote. I feel like it's stupid, dude. Yeah, once again, I feel like I've been living a lie, though. Everybody I say Wiimote to, they go, huh? What are you saying? I go, Wii Controller, like the Wiimote. You know what I'm talking about, right? And he goes, and they go, no, we have no idea. It should be Wiimote. It just makes sense, dude. It's like a phenomenon, dude. Who else calls it Wiimote? I can't be the only one in the world that refers to the Wii Remote as the Wiimote, because it makes sense. It sounds good. It works, dude. They should have marketed it as the Wiimote. Nintendo fumbled. It really frustrates. It really triggers my... I don't know, my Redditor in me. My Redditor in me gets very mad. Wait, hold on, I don't mean it like that. Redditor in me. That was a crazy statement to say. I would never let that happen. If I was a woman, one of my requirements would be for that person to not have Reddit downloaded because hell nah, dude. Fuck no. You know what I mean? Keep that thing away from me. Keep that little Redditor of yours the fuck away from me if you own Reddit. Here's the Chud comment of the day, and this is actually a whole Chud interaction. So it starts off pretty wholesome. Cold Palmer 701 says, holy clip farm, Unc. And then I go, I just messed up, no clip farm, because I wasn't actually clip farming. I just seriously messed up. I'm bad at Mario Kart, okay? I'll admit it. And then he decides to reply with, didn't seem that way, Unc. I have my eyes on you. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? We're just having fun together, you know, content creator and fan. But the message isn't over. So, here's the rest of the message. He says, slowly starts touching myself. Come on, bro. What the fuck? What are we doing, Cold Palmer? Good lord, dude. Just leave it there, bro. This isn't even parasocial. This is penis social. This is disgusting. Quit, dude. If you are thinking of conjuring up something like this, do not comment that shit publicly. Keep that to yourself. I understand that you did it, and you felt that it was important to the moment. I didn't need to know that. Okay, if you go into public, do not, like, narrate yourself and tell everybody that you're pocket jerking. Don't do that. This dude is an ultimate chud. This will be in running for Chud Comment of the Year. We'll be holding a Chud Comment of the Year contest at the end of the year. But this is probably going to win. I don't even think we need to do any more. This dude won. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, dude. Die. Oh my god. Dude, my Chungus Rage is coming out, bro. I'm pissed. We're restarting the level, I guess. Already losing a goddamn... You know, whatever. Fuck it, dude. We'll run it. We'll just do it, bro. We're pretty good at the game, so it'll be alright. Oh my fuck. Oh my fuck. Oh my god. We suck at the game. We fucking are terrible! I gotta get personal with you guys as we're restarting the level here. I got something that's been bothering me, man. If John Pork ever calls asking for me, just know you won't ever fucking see me again, bro. I'm leaving the solar system. I ain't letting him anywhere near me again, dude. You thought Diddy was a freak? Wait till you meet Pork. John Pork, and you can believe it or you don't have to, because I know it's kind of like, oh, does John Pork exist? He exists! And he's big, he's hung. Like, if he ever contacts me again, if that porky fuck ever calls me again, I will be gone. I'm not picking up the phone. I'm dropping the phone, and I'm getting out of there, bro. I'm not doing that again, dude. Okay, I still haven't recovered since last time. Like, I haven't been able to shit right for months. He's too damn aggressive, man. Because you meet up with him on Pork Grinder and you think, oh, dude, he is a nice looking fella, let's be honest here. But he's rough. He's real rough. Okay, I got a new strategy I'm conjuring up here. I'm going to only place the expensive ones, and I think the strategy is already over because there's no way I'm going to get 175 by the time he gets down here. Maybe we'll get lucky. We're going to risk it for the biscuit, dude, because I think we'll be all right if we do. But yeah, I want to prioritize getting these expensive ones down because I feel like the 100s are just kind of a waste. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Here's another segment for you guys. Here's my epic reel pull of the day. Look what I reeled in, boys. It was a big catch. Good Lord, bro. Genuinely, how do you tell your parents that's what you do as a hobby? Fuck this bitch zombie! No! I do not want to put down the 100 fucking pea shooters! They're so ass! It's enough. This level is too damn hard, bro. Take the furry off the screen now. It's been up there too goddamn long, bro. Put the furry back up. Let's talk about that some more. Jesus, dude. How do you get to a point like this in life? How heavy is that? Is that all hollow and then it's like cardboard? How do you even construct one of these goddamn things? How expensive is that big ass belly? Or is that an actual pregnant furry? You guys have got to let me know in the comments. If you had the bet on it, what is it? Is that a real pregnant furry? Because that would make sense, right? The belly would probably be that big because furries are usually pretty big. Or is this like a cardboard box or something? Where do I even buy that? Is there a website that sells that big of goddamn fursuits? What's their fursona about? Eating food? What's their lore, dude? How'd they get that big? But yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys my epic reel pull of the day. That's what I've been reeling in recently. I've been getting furry shit for like a year now. Ever since I became friends with a specific dude who is a furry. He was like the first furry I've ever actually spoken with. Ever since I became friends with him, my whole Instagram feed is full of furries. And I'll tell you what, sometimes they say that exposure will like make you like stuff, and if you just continue looking at something long enough, you'll eventually like it. I have yet to find the furry attractive. I'll be honest with you, because I just don't think I'm attracted to animals, and I guess... Well, hold on, I don't want to, like, out the furries. I have a large... Literally, like, 10% of my fans are furries. I don't know how that happened. Another 30% of my fans are communists somehow. I don't know how any of that happened. I have never once... I don't have a problem with furries, or really communists. I really have a problem with, like, your beliefs. But, like, still, it's a free country. You're free to think however you want. I hope that's kind of how I talk about it. Obviously, I talk very negatively of it, but whatever. How did I end up with fans that from an outsider's perspective, I just can't stand? Well, furries, I've never really said anything bad because I think you have had some serious mental trauma if you're a furry. I don't want to make fun of the way you're coping. And if you just, like, chose to be a furry, why'd you do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's like choosing to be, like, rotund. Why would you ever choose to, like, be a huge target? I guess if you truly feel like a furry, and I guess that's what you gotta do, but like, if my kid ever comes up to me at the age of like 8 and he's like, hey man, I want to be a furry, I'm gonna be like, nope, let's do a different hobby. Like, I'm not gonna let him do that, you know, or at least I'm gonna try. Hopefully I can work it out of his brain, because like, I don't want my kid to be a target at school, man. It's up to the person whether or not they want to make fun of someone for just making a personal decision. I agree with that as an adult, but I'm an adult, I'm not a kid, bro. I'm telling you right now, every single person that showed up to school when I was in school and they had a goddamn tail on, people were yanking the tail, they were making fun of them. Like, you do not want to voluntarily be a furry in school, dude. It sucks, but kids are gonna get at you, dude. That's like when you see one of those slow ones out in public, and kids, they can't get enough of just looking at them things. You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, whoa. That's a strange looking one, you know? Not that I have a problem with you if you're already established, because I believe there's probably something that traumatic happened to you, and once again, I don't want to fuck with your coping. I streamed for the first time yesterday on the main channel, and it was pretty fun. If you fuck with Llama Rider, you're gonna really like that stuff. But if you're only here for like the gay jokes and like the clip farmy stuff, I understand. Whatever, dude. You know, we all like what we like. You're probably not going to like it, but make sure if you're a big fan of Llama Rider and you love the streams already, go check that out, because I think it's going to be right up your alley. Llama Rider 37.2, and there's more videos over there anyways, so there's something for everybody over there, probably. I did a 26-minute interview with Mr. Poop Man on Instagram, and we talked about eating shit. So if that's not for you, then I don't think you're a true Llama Rider fan, man. We've been talking about eating poop for like decades, it seems, you know what I mean? We've been talking about eating poop since, like, the beginning of the universe, dude. Okay, so this time we did really well. Like, extremely well. So we got to keep these motherfuckers at bay with a walnut. That's what we got to do for them, because they are so annoying, dude. I figured out the advanced tech. I don't know how it took me so long, as I am a professional Plants vs. Zombies player, but we did figure it out, boys. And that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That is probably the fastest level 3-3 of all time on Plants vs. Zombies. I'm going to end the video there. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure we're liking, subscribing. Go and comment. I'm physically attracted to furries if you made it this far. And peace out, boys.